The theater lights dim, the crowd hums, and before you scroll past, wait. Because what happens next is the kind of moment that reminds you why you fell in love with music in the first place. If you believe talent can come from anywhere, if you believe dreams survive even the hardest lives, then stay with this story until the very end. And if it moves you even a little, don't forget to like the video and subscribe, because stories like this deserve to be shared. He stands alone at the center of the stage, shoulders slightly hunched, hands trembling as they clutch the microphone. His name is Miguel Santos, a 16-year-old from a small coastal town in the Philippines, where nights are loud with barking dogs and days are quiet with unspoken worries. From the judges' table, Simon Cowell glances down at his notes, already forming expectations he's learned to trust over decades. A teenage boy. An Elvis song. The audience shifts, some smiling politely, others bracing themselves for something forgettable. No one says it out loud, but the thought hangs in the air, this probably won't go far. Miguel introduces himself softly, his accent gentle, his eyes scanning the massive room as if he's afraid it might disappear if he looks too closely. When asked why he chose Elvis, he swallows hard and explains that his late grandfather used to sing Elvis songs on an old radio during blackouts. Those songs filled their tiny house when nothing else could. After his grandfather passed, the radio became Miguel's teacher, his comfort, and sometimes his only escape. His voice cracks when he says, "This is for him," and for the first time, the room grows still. The music begins, slow, familiar, almost dangerous in its simplicity. A few notes drift out, and for a split second, doubt creeps back in. Then Miguel opens his mouth fully, and everything changes. The voice that comes out is rich, controlled, and hauntingly mature. It isn't an imitation. It's something deeper, an echo of Elvis wrapped in Miguel's own pain, hope, and history. The audience leans forward as if pulled by an invisible thread. Whispers ripple through the seats. That can't be coming from him. Backstage, crew members freeze mid-step. In the crowd, a woman presses her hand to her chest. The camera cuts to Simon Cowell, whose eyebrows lift slowly as his pen stops moving. He doesn't smile. He doesn't frown. He just listens, and anyone who knows Simon understands that silence means everything. Miguel's mind flashes back to nights when he sang quietly so the neighbors wouldn't complain, to mornings when his mother left before sunrise to clean houses, to the times he almost quit because people told him dreams don't pay bills. Each note he sings carries those memories. His voice rises, powerful but controlled, then softens into a vulnerability that feels almost too personal to witness. By the final chorus, the audience is no longer judging, they're holding their breath. When the last note fades, there is a heartbeat of silence. 1 second. 2. Then the room explodes. The crowd leaps to its feet, applause crashing like waves. Miguel blinks, stunned, as if unsure this is real. His hands shake harder now, but this time it's not fear, it's disbelief. Simon leans forward, finally breaking his silence. He looks directly at Miguel and says that he's heard thousands of Elvis songs, most of them bad, some of them decent, and very few that actually understand what Elvis was about. Then he pauses, letting the tension stretch. "You didn't just sing that," he says. "You felt it. And so did we." The audience erupts again, louder than before. Another judge wipes away tears, admitting she forgot she was at a competition and felt like she was listening to someone pouring out their soul. They ask Miguel how he learned to sing like that. He shrugs, embarrassed, and says he practiced when life got heavy, because singing was the only place he felt strong. The judges exchange glances. This isn't just talent. This is survival turned into art. When the votes come in, it's unanimous. Yes. 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 Confetti doesn't fall, lights don't flash wildly, but something more powerful happens. Miguel smiles, a real smile, the kind that comes from knowing something inside you has finally been seen. As he walks off stage, the crowd still chanting his name, Miguel whispers "Salamat" under his breath. Thank you. Not just for the applause, but for the chance. Backstage, he calls his mother, voice shaking as he tells her he made it through. She cries. He cries. And somewhere, you can almost imagine an old radio playing an Elvis song in a small house far away. This isn't just a story about a voice. It's about being underestimated and standing anyway. It's about carrying love, loss, and hope into a moment that can change everything. Miguel didn't just surprise the judges, he reminded the world that greatness often comes from places no one is looking. If this story touched you, if you felt that moment when the room went silent and the music took over, show your support by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Because the next voice, the next dream, the next unexpected miracle might be just one story away, and you won't want to miss it.